No, I want you guys here. I want you guys here. And we had three children. My first son is 14. Yeah, we're 14 by December. My last born is 9 years old.
Wow.
I was a boy.
You know her now, she's in your class.
Yeah, she's in your class.
In the church.
Emerald.
Yeah.
Emerald.
Yes, Emerald.
I should remember her now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many names, but yeah, Emerald.
Emerald.
I will look for her.
All right.
Yeah,
Let me show you a picture. There's this picture you snap. I saw it on
Your page.
your page.
The different Ankara, these traditional clothes,
Yeah,
right?
you're slapping this guy.
How old she said? You said
9
she-
years. She's 9 years.
Oh, so she's in my class.
Yeah.
Alright.
She's upper class.
Alright.
Yeah.
That's my baby.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. 1, 2, go.
Hi guys, thank you for joining me once again. It's your guy, Relationship Talk Podcast, and this is JesusFriendsTV. I'm glad to have you today, and as I promised you, I will always bring you the best. Relationship is one of the sweetest things that can happen to anyone, and there are diverse, we always try our best to make sure that you get the best in whatever angle your relationship is coming from, whatever challenges. I know most of you have watched our last edition. If you haven't, please go and watch. But today, we have a unique meeting, we have a unique recording, and I'm believing God that this will touch you. I have my I call them my celebrity couple because I can't do a day without watching their video online. So I'm happy to have them in the house today. You don't know how happy I am, and I'm not going to forget this in a long while. So I have my celebrity couple. I call them my friends also. They are someone I've loved to see. I've seen them from far, and I've also experienced them from close. And so I have my friend Victor Yamuso and his partner Rene Jou in the house. I would like them to speak to you, to introduce themselves, because I may not give you the best of the introduction. I would mess up because I'm really happy here. So sir, you're welcome. Ma, you're welcome. I appreciate you. Can we get an introduction from you, Rene Jou?
Yes.
My name
let's get
is
you first.
Victor Yamuso
Okay.
Babatunde. I'm from Osun State, Iwo local government in Nigeria, and this is my beautiful fiancée.
I think you are nervous, Abby.
I am too. That's why I don't want
I think I am.
Yeah, my name is Rene Ju. I'm Korean, married to a Yoruba village boy.
Why? Why say that?
And we are both baby.
Yeah.
Sweetie, I'm the sweetie.
She's my sweetie and I'm the baby.
Oh,
We are both
that's
baby,
how
yes,
it
sweetie.
That's
And
how the Instagram.
thank you so much for having us today
So
to
glad.
this Jesus Friends TV. We hope we will be able to provide something useful.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll do
So-
our best too.
All right. Thank you very much. I'm happy, and thank you for the introduction. And also to anchor this recording, I have my wife in the house. As you all know, Mabel, you're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you very much for having
So-
me. Thank you so much
Thank
for coming.
you.
So you see, today is going to be unique. I'm going to delve into their personal life. Some of the questions you guys have been asking. Some of you are following them online, and so even if you haven't, please go and follow them on Instagram. You see more, very entertaining, very educative. There's a lot of outing they've had that I have had to watch, and that gives me a sense of belonging, to love my country the more. She's someone that projects Nigeria in the way most of us have never. And those are part of the questions I'm going to be asking her today. So Reni, should I start from you?
Yes.
How do you love Nigeria?
How? Nigeria. I have mixed feelings about Nigeria.
Okay.
So when I first came, it was a lot of struggle. Even from the airport, I suffered.
Oh.
I wanted to go
Who are
back.
the people that
Sorry
make you
about
suffer?
that.
Let's get them
These
arrested.
airport
Sorry about
officials.
that.
Oh, normal. We've heard
Yes.
so much about them. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But then, as much as those people that I met, the first people that I met disappointed me and almost exhausted me.
Okay.
But then the people that I later got to know, especially my colleagues
Okay.
and other friends,
Okay.
they just made me change my perception about Nigeria.
Okay.
And then I see Nigeria, despite all these struggles and a lot of hardships in this country, but then they still smile and shake bum bum. So yeah,
I
love
appreciate
Nigeria.
that. Now, Brother Victor, you see, I would like to ask you a question. How did you come about Rene?
Actually,
I've watched some videos quite
it's
already.
actually
Talking
long
about
story.
October
Yeah.
1st.
I've watched it too, yeah. So let me hear.
So, I believe everything is God's plan.
Okay.
Yeah, because before I met her, I've been in relationship and it's not working, and so during this period when I decided to be myself and find myself, discover myself more, then this beautiful man came through my way. So I thank God I have had this experience to be able to realize discover myself also.
Okay.
Because when we met, it was something that is almost not impossible, but because of the experiences that I have, so we are able to get along. And yeah, it was not really rosy at first. It was like Shakara. According to her name, Shakara. She did a lot of Shakara.
Is that name intentional?
Oh no, somebody told me don't do shakara. I didn't know the meaning. I thought
Okay.
shakara means confidence.
Okay.
So I named myself
Okay.
Rene Shakara,
Okay.
not knowing the meaning, the true meaning. But then I figured out I'm actually good at shakara.
That's a video. Do you have any question you want to ask?
The thing I want to ask is, you're meeting each other, the cultural differences, your family. You come into Nigeria, say you fall in love with one Nigerian guy. How is the family taking that?
Oh, at first there was a lot of disagreements
Okay.
because even when I was coming to Nigeria, my sister especially was so refusing the idea, just because of the media coverage of Nigeria. It's a very dangerous place.
Negative
You can,
information,
yes, you can even easily get kidnapped and disappear one day. So they were all against. So when I said I have a Nigerian boyfriend, they were not happy.
Really?
But I think through time we managed to persuade them,
Okay.
because in one day we couldn't, because with words we cannot really change what they think about us. But by creating all these contents, we didn't really have to speak for ourselves. The content spoke for us. That was actually one advantage we get as content creator.
Oh.
Yeah, so they see, and also our contents are not like fake. We try to be as authentic and original as we can be. So they see the person he is, and I think so they're slowly opening their mind, and I'm very sure when they see him later this year or next year, they will love him. Yeah, I'm very sure.
That's a great
So,
one.
okay, Brother Victor, have you taken that to your people?
Yeah.
How did they take that?
Yeah, actually, my parents welcome her very well. We even spent like 2 weeks with my parents, and last year, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it was last year. Yeah.
I visited Nigeria, and when I first came here, it was Banana Island I was living, because I was working for the Korean company. They paid for everything. But then now I quit the job. I had nothing, so I came here. Yeah, I quit the job and then I left, and I came just to see him in July last year.
Does your relationship has anything to do with you quitting the job?
No, I quit the job and I resigned first, and I had like 3 months left. That's when I met him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why I was doing a lot of shakara. 'Cause
Okay.
I had to go.
All right, I want to ask you a question. Now, you talked about your the negative picture created about Nigeria. In your sincerity, would you say those negative information, have you found any to be true?
Very wrong. Very wrong. But I also understand it, because that's all we see. That's all we are exposed to. Like movies, everything. Black people are dangerous. Black people are the illegal or crime makers. So when I first came here, it was actually not Nigeria, it was Ghana.
Okay.
And I spent there 2 weeks. And imagine I didn't step out of my hotel, thinking
Something would happen
Yes.
to you.
yes, not knowing Nigerian
lot
airport
of-
is worse.
Oh.
You know?
You see, yeah.
Yeah.
So the thing there is this: what I know about Nigerian airport, which I believe it's not totally the projection about the Nigerian people.
No.
Yeah.
It's not. You know, the only thing I see about Nigeria, we have a hustling spirit. we try to take advantage of every situation.
Yes.
I think that's what is happening right there at the airport.
And I understand it.
And you understand it.
At that time, I found it very unreasonable.
Because
but
it's something you're not used to.
yes,
You can't
now,
send that. You can't.
if I were Nigerian, I would do the same.
Oh, because
I don't have bread tomorrow on
Mm.
my table. What can I do? And if there is a Weibo coming, and this person's $1 doesn't mean much,
Yeah.
but this can mean a whole meal for my family, I will do
Okay.
it.
All right, I want to ask you a question from the economical point of view. I'm sorry, I will come to you, sir. The economical point of view is this. Now, Korea is a developed nation. Nigeria is underdeveloped.
Yes.
You find that funny? How have you been able to? Because when you're living in a developed nation, there are facilities, there are infrastructures available for you. In Nigeria, you spend more money to survive every day. In Korea, it's not like that. You
Yes.
spend less.
Yes.
You understand? You spend less. So, what do you think?
In some cases, actually, it's funny because I actually spend more for data,
Yeah.
electricity.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense. Yes. So, but then as much as there is developments, there is a drawback
Yeah.
because people are all disconnected. I always complain about it. If you enter a Korean subway, everyone is on their phone. They never even look at each other. They don't have time to look at each other. They are so busy, very competitive society. So I didn't feel comfortable in such place. I prefer noisy, chaotic, but then it's human. It's human.
Okay.
I feel more connected. I feel more like it's human interaction
Okay.
than digital. Too much development, machine learning, all these things in my country. So I find this place more
Okay.
human. Yeah.
Okay. Has that affected you in any way, like you, Brother Victor? Has that affected, like, for example, having a partner that is coming from a developed nation? There's a mindset. How have you been able to change your mindset to fit into what she is?
Actually, I think quite a lot of time it usually came up in between us that she experienced that very disadvantaged part of Nigeria, and she feel like, oh, Korea, internet in Korea is very fast, but at one point she still feel like, oh, I don't want to. Korea society is so disconnected. So, and in regarding to your question, it has never affected me in any ways because I know it's something I'm going to experience eventually.
Okay.
And one thing she always tell me is, going to Korea, being in Korea, I will understand how she feels in Nigeria, because sometimes when we are outside, people call her Onyibo, Chinko, Chinko. She doesn't like it.
Okay.
So sometimes I feel like, don't be angry because these people don't know more.
Exactly.
Then she will now refer to, if you are in Korea and they are doing the same thing to you, how would you feel? Like calling you black, monkey, or something like that. So I think it's just balancing how you.
I want to ask that question again. Your mindset.
Yeah.
It takes a different mindset to be on this level of relationship. It takes a different mindset.
Absolutely.
It's not actually easy. It's not easy.
True.
Really, you understand what I'm
I
saying?
very
It's
much
not
understand.
easy.
Yeah.
So it takes. I don't know how you've been able to do it to re-engineer your mindset to accommodate this relationship. I want to know what gave you that platform. Is this something you've thought about before? Is this something you've dreamt about before? Is this something you've believed, or maybe you had a dream, or you slept and you dreamt about it, or you're prepared for it? So I don't know. Is it just that suddenly or something? Okay, this is what I've been looking for.
Thing is, it's the same question I've been asking him forever because I
Okay.
don't understand because he's so different.
Yeah.
He adapts so quickly. He
Exactly.
changes so quickly. He learns
Exactly.
so quickly. So I've always asked him, what made you the way you are?
I think
Yeah.
it will answer us here today.
Yeah.
You and I will. So that's-
Yeah.
Actually, for me, it's just because I have a open-minded.
Wow.
I'm very open-minded to learning. So, and I think the first day we met, our interaction together makes me feel like we just feel connected somehow, and we have interest in similar things.
I
So,
didn't feel connected. at
yeah,
that
you didn't
time.
feel connected.
But you felt connected.
Yeah, but me, I was even glued. I was glued together.
Okay.
So, yeah, we started like a friend on the first day.
All right.
Yes.
And so I just keep learning and adapting because I think she literally changed almost every way I live my life. Things that I accept to be norms, it's not norms to us, so I have to start adjusting to keep the balance. So
Okay.
yeah, it has been challenging actually.
Okay.
And
Would you say your background helps you to quickly adapt? Because a
Yes.
natural
Yeah.
average Nigerian man would
Wouldn't
not want
try.
to be controlled by a
yeah,
woman.
so you are definitely actually right, because my dad, I grew up to know my dad as someone that is a man that do everything with my mom in the house.
Okay.
He literally does everything in the house.
That's what I'm trying to say. You see, there's
There's
something
something.
something somewhere.
Yeah.
You see,
Yes.
the thing I've known about marriage is it looks like what Pastor Godman.
Yes.
I have to relate to that
Yeah.
today. You know, he said today, your background, your family background has a way of influencing your decisions in marriage.
Yes.
Now, it takes a prepared mind. Most average Nigerians will want to take advantage of situations.
Yeah.
I know that. You understand? But you're not there. You are just like, it's as if you were prepared.
You're so natural.
You were natural.
Yes.
You were, it's just as if something you were prepared for.
Yeah.
You were ready for it. And you know, the way I see you, I'm still coming to some questions that will really
Yeah.
put you on. But this one, you know, how did you kind of come about it and it became so easy for you? You were not struggling with it. You agree with me? He wasn't struggling with it at all.
Yeah.
You know, I watched some of your videos where he comes back from work and, you know, the way he talks, the way he relates with you, I look at this guy in Nigeria, I see, like this guy, he has not told us the truth at all. What's going on, sir?
So yeah, actually, I think it's something I developed from my childhood,
Okay.
and also experience while growing up with some relationship that I have before meeting her.
Okay.
So, you know, I think I've experienced relationship that, you know, there's no good communication, and with her it wasn't that way. The communication level is very
Cordial.
seamless.
Yeah, okay.
Like we communicate and we understand each other very well. So, and I think the very extra thing is because my mom she's a very hot woman.
Okay.
And with all my experience with my parents, I always see that my dad is always the very cool one.
Wow.
So I kind of developed that mindset that women are always on this high side,
Okay.
where you as a man to really
Get the
make
best of
things
them.
in the relationship, you
Yeah.
need to be very gentle
Oh, calm.
and calm too, because like just women have like their circle.
Okay.
So I think sometimes some men don't really understand when their partner is in their time of circulation. So all this time there are things that can easily
Infuriate
irritate.
them, yeah.
Yeah. So if you know how to do what to do at that time, you are just
Last question before I come to her. Have you worked with any foreign person closely, not distant, closely, that gives you an edge that makes you realize, okay, there's a way I can communicate with these people that I would enjoy their relationship?
Actually, I've worked in that class of where people of different educational background, like people that are skilled in the UK, and so I kind of have understanding about how things are done in the Western ways.
Okay.
A little bit more,
Okay.
not all, but so when we came into the relationship together, I tend to learn more about the Western culture.
Because the way you communicate and the way you allow a contribution,
Yeah.
or let me say a perception.
And answer
You know,
questions.
Yeah, you know, it's as if you're always ready to get some things from her. You understand? Then, do you want to ask a question?
My own question is, when you talk about food, how you eat, you know, Africa, the foods are different. How do you cope? Because I see her eating amala and all that. How do you do that?
Yes. In the beginning, it was very difficult because even in Korea, I'm a very health conscious person.
Wow.
I don't take too much oil. I mainly eat vegetables, fruits. Even I don't like to eat white, pure rice. I like brown rice, brown bread, whole wheat bread, all these kind of things. But when I came here, I was left with no choice. A lot of pepper,
Spicy.
fried, everything fried.
Right, yeah.
Yes, and that's like very bad for your health.
Mm.
But then he, as much as he's so willing to change, adapt, and compromise,
Yeah.
he learned. He's also always cooking in the kitchen.
Yeah, yeah.
So he managed to cook the way I can enjoy it too.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
What Korean food can you eat confidently without?
Confidently, kimchi, rice, Korean soup, doenjang chicken,
You're already confusing me.
Maybe bibimbap,
Yeah.
bibimbap and rice ball
Mm.
and Korean chicken also.
Yeah.
Yeah, Korean chicken with sauce and the sandwich,
Kimbap.
kimbap, no sandwich with green spring pancake.
Oh, pajon.
Pajon, yeah,
Yeah,
pajon, yeah,
yeah.
also, yeah.
Okay, so which part of Nigerian food do you enjoy?
Exactly, I want to ask that too.
I think I don't like Nigerian food. I like Victor's food.
Oh,
I like it.
So I like jollof rice he cooks.
The way he cooks it.
Yes, without Maggi,
Oh.
without too much oil.
Oh.
We have to incorporate different spices.
Maybe because of you, he's been able to
Yeah.
create something that he knows you will be able to adapt to.
Yes.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Beans and plantain.
Beans and-
Dodo. Yeah.
Dodo.
My
Yeah.
favorite.
Yeah. You in the video I watched that you did with Vanguard, you mentioned one Igbo name.
Oh, Ifeanyi Chukwu.
Ifeanyi
Fine
Chukwu.
Chukwu.
Yeah.
You are married to a Yoruba, you
Yeah.
say you are fine Chukwu.
It's Nigeria.
Yeah.
She doesn't. Then another thing I want to ask, please. Now, you are speaking Nigerian languages as if.
Oh.
How did you get? You know, you guys are amazing. You know why you guys are amazing me? Why I really brought you to this show is this. You see, the way you guys are, it's as if you guys are prepared for this thing before. What's going on?
yes.
Oh, prepare for this.
Yeah, you are adapting to Nigeria as if you are
Oh.
from Nigeria. The only thing is just your color and your. I
Yeah.
don't know. You are interested in Nigerian language and you're speaking it. Even some of us in Nigeria here cannot speak some of those languages you
Wow.
easily. Yeah.
Okay.
So the intention and the balance gives a notion as if I've been prepared for this all the while. What's going on?
I think in relationship there's so much dynamics that we cannot really explain. But the big part that made us be able to be together is our personal traits.
Okay.
I'm someone that really likes to learn. I'm a
Alright.
very curious person.
And I think it's too.
He's too.
Yeah.
I like to ask questions. He likes to answer questions. He likes curiosity. He always also want to know what is this food? What is this? What does this mean? So we are very good, compatible in this sense.
Yeah.
So I think these kind of values should be the same in relationships.
Exactly.
Food, all these things doesn't have to be the same. You can manage, but
Yeah.
these kind of values and personal traits cannot be really compromised. So, because we are a very curious person, everywhere I went, if I go to Canada, I spoke like Canadian.
Okay.
If I was in Hong Kong, I was blending with Hong Kong people.
Okay.
And then when I came here, Africa was very undiscovered place from the rest of the world, especially Korean. So to someone as curious as me, it was overwhelmingly interesting. And I think Yoruba,
Having to discover that this is
Yeah.
not true.
Yes.
Is this
It's
what
also
they're
true.
talking? Do you
Talking
understand?
about,
Yeah.
and I also see what human is like. Outside is too developed for us to see human to human. But in Nigeria, in Africa, we see human to human. I see more of those underlying human basic interactions,
Okay.
behaviors,
Okay.
and that really excites me because I hate too much digitalizations and all these social media. Even if we are content creators,
Yeah.
that's also something we are trying to avoid, to become too addicted to it.
Okay, and that's what I wanted to ask. Has there ever been an interactive, a kind of interaction from the outside, maybe people around that, makes you feel, no, this is excessive? That maybe somebody comes to you and the way they are behaving, I can't accommodate this.
Oh.
Maybe a
Because
neighbor,
Nigerian-
maybe a co-worker, maybe someone, a fan. There are people that just say, oh, and they want to jump on you like that. Have you ever experienced something like that makes you, this is going excessive and you want to, like from Nigeria?
I think the only time is when they are touching me outside, even if when we are walking together and like webo and they just suddenly grab
That's
me.
Nigeria.
Yes. So
They like
except for
touchy.
Yeah.
There's one video you did about someone was touching you, was trying to. So I think it was the one that was saying that's how they do. I watched the video. See that some guys were dancing with you. There's a video you did some time ago. Maybe they were too touchy. I can't remember the video. And you were calm. You were not.
But Unless, but I think it also depends on my mood. If my mood is good, it doesn't really affect me because I
Alright.
think I'm also a dramatic person.
Oh,
If
okay.
I was in their position, I would do exactly the same thing. I'm a very lively, dramatic, excited person.
That's
So
it,
yeah, I
that's it.
understand it.
That's a good one. Brother Victor, I want to ask a question. Now, I want to ask, I'm married. I know what marriage is about. And I know that there's what we call love language.
Yeah.
What's your love language? When your wife is angry or she's not pleased with what you did or something happened or something outside of your relationship infuriates her, what are the things you say to her that calms her down or keeps her on?
My love language to her is word of affirmation, reassurance, and also physical touch. Even though she might not welcome it when she's angry and I want to talk, baby, she will just. But everything will add up to be working together, because I guess in some relationship, people when they are angry, they just abandon the talk. So communication is first, because we try as much as possible to always talk. We turn every stone. We never let anything slide. We turn every stone to be on the same page, and we never sleep getting angry over each other.
Then I want to ask you a question. You said something about when you started, it was not so straight,
Yeah.
like that. What differences created that gap or that unexpected cut that
Yeah,
made you?
I think the one standard is very different.
Okay.
Even though I didn't know her when we met, I didn't know much about her, but we just met on the beach, and that day we started from there. So by the time I get to know her, I discovered that she's working with Samsung and I'm working with Landmark. So if you compare the company service, it's not. And also,
The
when you
salary.
talk about the salary, the salary is like very different. So, but one thing that surprised us so much then was like anytime she come, I'm always prepared to entertain her and all these things. Like then she'll be like, this guy, how much are you even collecting? The salary that
I
you're
did not
buying
say
all
that.
these things. Maybe you tell me.
But I was thinking,
Oh, you told me later.
really?
Yeah, you said it. Like, where do you even get money to buy all those drinks?
I didn't. Yeah, that was my way of appreciating.
Yeah.
'Cause
You're
he-
surprised that
Yeah.
even though you don't have much, you are ready to spare what you have.
Yes.
So, yeah.
All right. So another thing I will ask is this: you guys are so much into God. Are you religious?
Yes.
From Korea or from Nigeria?
I was born again in Nigeria.
Oh.
Yeah, so I haven't been long.
Okay.
Yes.
So what made you decide you want to follow God? You did do that thing with Korea. Was it an environmental influence?
That's also true because everything worked together. My sister, first of all, she became Christian like 5 years before me, and she always sent me messages like Bible verses. I told her don't send it to me again. I'm not gonna read it, but she will send it every day. I think that was also affecting me gradually.
Okay.
And then in the workplace, my colleague called Ayo, he was someone that always comforts me when I'm tired, when I'm so exhausted, I'm so stressed. He would always tell me, preach me with Bible verses, like you'll be okay, God is with you, you'll meet him soon. So he's someone who also always works with one earphone with the sermon.
Okay.
Yeah, so he was like a office pastor.
Okay.
Yeah, he I think also in a way affected me, and Christianity is very big here, and I think the environment also affected also.
So, Brother Victor, what about you? Did she influence you to walk deeply into church, or from your background it has been like that?
Actually, I came from a Christian background.
Okay.
And I'm also someone that values God so much, because during the experience of life, I've seen the effect of prayer, what prayer have done for me, and during some difficult challenges, how I've run to God, and especially when I became a believer first. There was a time that I was lost. Let me not go deeply, but I came in alignment with God, and I really see the joy and the goodness in serving God. So yeah, I'm a very good Christian actually.
Can you say your spirituality has have an influence on your relationship?
Yeah, actually, because when we first met, she didn't believe in Christ. She just said, "Oh, I just believe there's something there in the sky."
Controls the world.
Yes.
Controls the world. But
I don't know what it is.
I usually pray every morning. Even that, then my prayer irritates her somehow.
Every 7
She'll
a.m.
be like,
Fire! You know?
she'll be like, this guy, this prayer. So I some point I want to adjust to not praying, but I feel like this thing is not something that you can take away from me.
Okay.
So I started praying that God take her heart to them. One day she followed me to church. We are staying on the island there, so we went to House on the Rock, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the first church we attended there, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so we gradually going to church together and hearing the word of the God, and so she actually became a Christian too. And her sister was so happy because she has been fighting for like 3 years.
I'm sure that will also endear the sister to you and say, man, for you to have been able to win my sister's heart to God, then you are the guy. Have you?
Yeah, even our colleagues, our ex-colleague in Samsung, they always like, you try you, because everybody know how to be somebody that just believes that something is okay.
Up there. There's an object over there that controls.
I also want to say that, you know, my perception or maybe my belief, I see that in Nigeria, because most of the time, I don't know if you've observed, if most Nigerians, if they go abroad, they tend to forget about God.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have people like that when they get abroad. Now, because they believe that the only reason why they are close to God is because they need.
Yes. That's something I really disagree with.
Yeah. I also disagree with it.
It irritates me.
It irritates me too. You know why? You know why I said it's not. It's a general thing. I've seen people from Nigeria. You see them abroad. They say, all your pastors are lying to you. Whereas most of us here, it's not because we're not going to church because of what God can. Like me, I'm not going to church because of what God can do for me. I believe God has been with me, even if there's nothing, He's still with me. But you see, you get abroad, you can, you get free life,
Get a job,
you get infrastructure, you get development, everything is working.
Yeah.
So why do you need God?
So
Is our kind of prayers is God give me, God do this, God do. But abroad, all those things you are praying to God to do for you, or you pray to God to bring light. It's already in place. So why do you need God? You understand what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? So now, my understanding of everything is this now, that you are from Korea and everything is working, the system is working for you. Does that also have a way of making people to believe that, okay, maybe there's no need for God?
No, that's why the Christianity in Korea was more deep and speaking to my heart than Nigerian Christianity. That's why I even didn't really want to go to Nigerian churches. Actually, before House on the Rock, I went to 2 churches and they were all about miracles and like a blind will suddenly open their eyes, and that was too. It happened
dramatic,
but it was too dramatic and it was too miracle based. Like we want a change of life overnight. Yeah. Because there are things that we have to do, and then God does it in the course of life. There is things that we are responsible for also. Yeah. So in my country, even if there is everything available, so the prayer is more about let God do His will on me. Exactly. We don't pray what we need. So that's why also when I see him praying in the past, I complain to him all the time. Can we stop praying about your family or our relationship or our finance? Can we start praying for Nigeria? Can we start praying for the world? Because that's what I learned in my country, right? But then since I joined Elevation Church, I really love this Pastor Mensa. He talked about it, about this problem of African
mentality. Exactly.
So he also heard it, and now our prayer also includes prayer for this country.
And it has changed.
Yes.
Yeah, the fire stopped.
Yeah, there is still fire. There is fire, but
the thing is, you see, I like the way I watched so many of your videos. Then I also see you in church. See you in church the way you do. Now I understand.
She's always serving.
Yeah, you're serving. Why are you serving? Why do you decide to serve? Why is it not just serving? You're passionate about it.
Because Bible said I should do it.
And are you happy about it?
You need to listen to the word of God.
Are you happy about it? Is it from your heart?
I I think so because
Don't you feel pushed?
no, I'm
Okay.
somebody that likes to help too much.
Okay.
So even before I became a believer,
All right.
I was somebody who's concerned more about other people than myself.
Okay.
So when I turned Christianity, it didn't really feel foreign to me.
Oh.
It was natural
Oh,
Yeah.
thing for a Christian to do.
Okay. Okay. Then helping people, you are passionate about it.
Yes.
Your passion, it helps you to be able to give your best job. Brother Victor, you can we get a view about how you get to this point? You know, your life, the kind of job you're involved in, then the kind of things that you believe that naturally wouldn't have happened if not for God being in your life.
Yeah, actually, I think if I could share, I can say my parents, both father and mother, their background are not Christianity.
Okay.
So as a Yoruba, we have the traditional. So in my both families, what the tradition they endure, they practice more is the what's it called? Local tradition.
Okay.
So
Songo and all
yeah,
those.
masquerade and all these things. But I grew up to see my parents as the believer, which I also experienced some difficulties they faced
Okay.
because they choose to be a Christian, some kind of real fight, because they feel, I think those family there, those people that are involved, they feel like they have a covering over them, which is
Okay.
more than them. So yeah, since then I started building myself, my prayer life, and because even the community that I grew up, it's very hard for you to hold on to God because there is a lot of distraction for young adults growing. So you need to, you probably will have some experience for you to realize that this is the way. And according to Jesus, he loved the soul of the sinner more than the ones that are saved. So I believe I'm someone that God has revived. I'm a lost sheep that God has found. And with my experience, I get to know that when you believe in God, you love God, everything will come in alignment for you. Even though some things require planning, but once you have a passion to pray, to take action, God is going to pave your way, and everything happen miraculously for those that believe in Him. So yeah, that's his mind.
All right. So you want to say something?
To wrap it up, I want to ask, what's your advice to others out there who are intending to go into intermarital relationships? What's your advice?
You can go first.
Actually, my advice is for anyone that is aspiring to go into a relationship, either international, interracial, or even like your kind,
Yeah.
you need to discover yourself first.
Sure.
Make sure to know yourself to the level of, so you don't affect the person you are going to, that is supposed to be your life partner, because a lot of youth miss it because they don't find themselves first. They just want to be in a relationship, and you need to know what you want before you go into a relationship. And also communication also is very important to do. You need to be able to communicate anytime, for any reason, and also be willing to learn, because you are not going to be the same person you are when you are alone and the same person into a relationship. You need to make some adjustment to balance your relationship life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Renee, would you like to answer that question?
Yes. So for me, I think just today's the Pastor Garman said conflicts. Resolving conflicts is very, very important. Even if it is the smallest conflicts, we say if we just close our eyes and just let it pass, but it will never disappear by itself. We have to talk it through. And unfortunately, in the beginning, what caused the most of the conflict between ourselves was because the past relationships he had didn't encourage him to talk. didn't encourage him to communicate, didn't encourage him to be open. So he thought I'm the same person. So he will just
Keep them to himself.
yes, and he will not open it up. So then I will not stop there. I will keep digging in. I will I will push him until he opens his mouth. So
Okay.
then it was a lot of confusion in the beginning. But then he actually discovered himself that he's actually also a very communicational person.
Okay.
So we adapted to each other, and now even if there's a smallest issue, we will always resolve it. Yeah.
Victor, what is the biggest reward or what's it called? What's the biggest thing you've gotten that you could say this is a union made from heaven that has encouraged you to want to go on no matter what?
I think it's kind of personality. She's a very sweet and soft soul, and she sometimes the way she pay attention to everything around me makes me feel like
You feel safe, yeah.
this is an angel sent by God to
By
me.
God.
Sometimes I used to ask her if she's not mommy water.
What is that?
You don't know what's called by water?
A mermaid.
Like a mermaid that come
That's called
from the sea, because I met her on the beach.
Oh.
Maybe she just pop out from the
Yeah.
from the ocean. She doesn't seem to be like a human being because she's so sweet, so kind.
No,
Even
sometimes
though
I'm
she
very
might-
dramatic.
Yeah, you are dramatic for a reasonable thing, and there's difference between being dramatic but not being able to express your heartfelt, in a very respectful way. So, and she's this kind of person that whenever we resolve issue, I'm the first person to always say sorry.
Yes.
But she always find a reason to also say okay, sorry. Though she was the one that actually get angry, so I'm in the position to say okay, baby, I'm sorry you felt this way. Then she also come back, I'm so sorry you also felt this when I screamed. So it's one reward for me because I've been in a relationship that my partner never say, my ex then she never say sorry she never apologized for anything. So
Oh.
even though when she's wrong, she doesn't seem to see her own wrongdoing. So that makes me feel like this is actually the person for me.
I want to
Wow.
ask Rain, I'll ask you the same question. What's your dream?
Dream.
Yeah.
Our dream. We sometimes talk about it as Christian couple.
So you know our dream?
Yeah.
Or you know his dream too?
Yeah.
That's a
Okay,
good-
tell me
think
about
our-
it. Tell me about it, then he will tell me about you.
He wants to be able to improve himself in a way he can impact the youth, especially the youth, because he used to also be in the same situations. He wants to discover those lost souls and make positive impact in their life, because that's also what God wants us to do.
That's
Is
a
it
good-
correct?
Yeah.
That's a good one. I would have clapped for you. So what about her? Do you know her dream? Let-
Yeah, she's someone that likes to live a very simple, natural life.
It's obvious.
She doesn't like too glamorous stuff, and she always wants us to have like a village house, a farmhouse.
Oh my God.
And she's someone that is also passionate about transforming people's life. She cares for people so much, and her love for humanity is something I admire a lot. So she's this kind of person that puts people's problem on her own, and she forget her own issue entirely. She can go to any level to help, to comfort people, to understand how they feel, what they are going through. And yeah, so our dream is somewhat, she has this kind of, can I share too?
I'm crying. Share.
Okay, so one biggest dream she has is transforming any community that we are, either in Nigeria. She has the dream, even though we are in Nigeria or any country we find ourselves, she wants to build a school
Wow.
to teach young kids and educate them, especially in Africa, about the outside world, and also some moral lesson which is missing in our society.
She's crying.
Oh.
Oh.
Because I even cried like the other day. We went to the beach
Yeah.
at night. This beach, what is it?
They own, because let's say Elegushi, the Elegushi.
Elegushi beach,
Yeah,
okay.
and there are a lot of young people,
Mm.
hungry young people.
Oh.
And then we went there with just few slices of bread and fried yam.
Fried yam.
Yeah. And then like 15, 20 people came and surrounded us, and it was quite aggressive.
Yeah, they're asking for money. Too.
Yeah, too much. And then in the beginning I thought I was, and then I suddenly burst into cries. And they just like opened way for me. Sorry, please don't cry, don't cry. But then I was crying because I was irritated in a way, to be honest. But I was also feeling so sorry for them. Why are they in the situation? I don't want to say Nigeria is not a good country for them, but they could have been bigger than what they are. They could have done something like meaningful
with
for
their
them.
life. Yes.
So if we can change, if we can just impact 10 or 20 of them, it's still a meaningful life.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm glad, when I decided I was going to have you guys here, I know what I was doing. You guys online, it's more, what content creators we have now, they are more of, bringing out negative pictures about themselves, about humanity and also. But what you guys bring out is beyond that. You bring out humanity. I see your interactions with people. You kind of want to bring the best out of people and also trying to portray some good cultures, And so, if not that I'm married, I've been thinking of going to Korea to get a wife.
No,
No.
not Korea. Not every
Not
Korean is
Korean,
like me, like cool like this.
Yeah.
She's just
your projection is so natural. It's so it's so giving.
Yeah.
So giving that one will want to say, okay, I just need to get to this place. So then I would want to ask you a question as we begin to round up. Now, if you had the opportunity of bringing up children, would you like the Nigerian environment or the Korean environment, and why?
I feel sorry to say, but Korean environment.
Okay.
Because there are just too much unnecessary pressure and
around here.
yeah, and unnecessary struggles.
Okay.
Data, electricity. You just imagine there is a children that wants to read book at night, but there is no electricity. It's really sad. So, but then Korea can also be very toxic because there is too much competition. You always have to compare with one another. But I would like them to have at least basic infrastructure ready for them to be able to do what they want.
Okay. Okay. Have you guys discussed about it?
Yeah.
You've discussed, and what did you say to that?
I agree with that because when we analyze it, there's disadvantage and advantage. So, in a very sincere way, the advantages of raising kids in Korea is more than Nigeria.
Okay.
In as much as I want them to also have to know, experience some of our culture here, but still there are some things that is going on in our society that have become norms that is not encouraging to raise kids in this kind of environment.
If they later tell you they want to have a taste of Nigeria, would you allow
Bring them back.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Then what about you?
Yes.
You would want to come to Nigeria?
I don't want them to even live in Korea for too long because it's too competitive. I want them to grow up to be who they are.
Okay.
Yeah, without feeling like I need to look certain way, I need to be certain way because
Okay.
that's quite strong in my country.
Okay.
And I don't even mind coming back to Nigeria with the children when they've had
The
taste
necessary
of
basic.
yeah.
I think it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Then let me the last lap of it. How did you discover Elevation Church?
Actually, that was.
You can say it.
Yeah. Actually, for me, I've known Elevation Church as a Nigerian because due to my line of work, I work with different media bodies. So, in I think like 1 or 2 events, I've attended Elevation Church, 3 events, but I didn't know I'm going to end up serving in Elevation Church. So, I was born from a celestial background, which she is against the practice.
Doctrine.
Yeah, the doctrines.
I had to
Of
fight this
Celestia.
one too.
So we have to fight it. But because I'm in the line of my work also, I'm very flexible because I've worked with different churches. I've worked with House on the Rock, part of their media team,
Okay.
and
NSPPD.
NSPPD also. I've worked with
Jerry
different
is
kind
there.
of churches, so I kind of have a mixture of every. So there's no church that I can, even if I'm on the island, I go to House on the Rock. So, but I've not really set up myself to serve in a church like Elevation Church. So a sister, during the course of knowing me, so a sister also disliked the doctrine of Celestial. Then so she came in agreement that she has a friend which is like a sister to her, Ellen. So she attended Elevation Church. So then her sister in Korea now said, okay, for her to really believe that I'm truly a good Christian, she will appreciate if we can attend this church that Ellen attend. Like, you know, she has already read about the church, she knows about the church. So we are just in our house here when we came. We married this year in March. So then which church are we going to go? We started searching, then we found out that Elevation is just like 3 minutes drive away from us. So we tried for the first time, and we
No, I persuaded you.
oh, it wasn't that difficult really. I didn't.
Yes.
It wasn't. It's not
It was,
like
it was already on your mind.
Yeah.
So immediately she brought it up,
Yeah.
you decided to take
Yeah.
it up. Yeah. It's a good one. It's a good one. Then finally, I would want you to say something to the people out there, especially you read it. If you have the opportunity of talking to Nigerians, then if you also have the opportunity of talking to Koreans, those two. First of all, talk to
Yes.
Nigerians. Then
Your-
about
your
talk to
in-laws.
Nigerians
Oh my God.
about their projections. Then secondly, talk to your people about Nigerians.
Oh, okay. So to Nigerians about Koreans,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Well, to Nigerians, they love Korean so much. I've discovered the love for Korean culture is huge in this country. Yes. So thank you so much. But not every Korean is cool like me. That's just one thing. but well, as much as you love Korean culture, I hope that you will not stop there, but you will continue maybe benefiting from your love for Koreans. That's just it, because that's another sister that also loves Korean culture. Usually they just stop from a place where, oh, I like Korean drama, I like Korean food, but then they don't go further, because going further can actually create a lot of opportunities.
Okay.
And to Koreans about Nigerians, living in Nigeria is not like what you think. And having access to everything doesn't make your life better than the other. Yes, so it's good to be open-minded and watch our videos to see it's not like 24-hour Wi-Fi or transportation everywhere, very accessible, that makes your life full and meaningful. But you can find a meaning in your life wherever you go, as long as you stay open-minded and you don't judge from your own perceptions. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Victor,
you.
what did you say about to Nigerians about Koreans? Yeah, what would you say to Nigerians also about Koreans about Nigeria, like your in-laws?
Yeah.
What would you tell them about Nigeria? Their perception about Nigerians. You're unique, so tell them about Nigeria.
Actually, to Nigerians, I would like to say, it's not every white people that are Oyinbo. And it's not everyone that is in interracial relationship are scammers,
Yeah.
because there is a lot of wrong perspective out there. Whenever we are outside, people will say, oh,
What's it going
Yeah.
Just
client
brought
here,
a
one
client,
Yes.
yes.
just brought his
Client.
Yahoo victim, and most of all these things really don't encourage people, like female outside there, foreigners that want to fall in love with one brother. It might be your own brother also, that has that destiny. If you keep portraying this picture outside, we will end up looking at, all of us will be scammers. We are all called scammers actually, because I also face that same discrimination from close
Have
friends,
you ever
from
been
colleagues.
stopped by anyone?
Oh,
to
police.
say yes, police?
Many times. Yeah,
Wow.
many times. Police. They will even check my phone.
But it's quite understandable, because there is a lot of scammers in this country.
Yeah,
There's
it's
a lot
quite
of them.
understandable.
A lot
So, and yeah, so that's my take for Nigerians. And all Koreans are actually Koreans are very lovely, even though their culture is very conservative. So I will say to Nigerian lastly that whenever you see an Asian person outside there, instead of saying Oyinbo Oyinbo or Chinko Chinko, just say hello, where are you from? Because some of them might be from China, Japan. So you really can't know the difference if you are not close to them. So it's something they will also appreciate. You can tell them, welcome to Nigeria, what's your name? Not just say John. That really annoys me. So lastly, to Koreans, I would like to tell you that Nigeria is very beautiful. We have beautiful people here. We know there is always bad eggs in the society. There are always bad people, depending on the background and the upbringing. So there are quite a lot of people, sweet people, men and women here. So if you are lucky to fall in love with one of my brothers or sisters, you won't regret it. Nigeria is very safe.
Yeah.
As far as you trust the person you're dating, you know this person very well. And to also every foreigner, actually, Americans, German, Euro, anywhere you're from, Nigerians, Africans especially, we have sweet men. It's a secret, don't let our women hear. We have sweet men, that are good, kind, and yeah, I'm definitely sure you are not going to regret if you take the right step by approaching your relationship through God's guidance and His direction.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
I'm grateful. Thank you, Rennie, for coming. Thank you, Victor.
Thank you for
Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah, I'm so happy that you fulfilled the invitation, and I'm glad I have you here. I would want you to help me talk to people, let them follow us on YouTube, on Instagram. My YouTube is at JesusFriendsTV on YouTube. Then Instagram is at Anvius World. So please encourage them if they want to get relationship tips.
Hi people, my name is Victor, and this is my partner Rene. We are both baby.
Yes, City.
So please do follow Jesus Friends TV on YouTube, subscribe, and for all our viewers on YouTube that are on live video right now, please on this live video we're going to drop a comment, mention the page, please follow the channel, subscribe to watch our episode, and you can also learn, share with someone that these words, these experiences might help also. And thank you guys for staying. Thank you for the love and support. To all the Jesus Friends TV, we appreciate you for the love, for your encouragement. We thank you for growing with us and always staying connected. We thank you so much. You guys means a lot. There's no you without us. We cannot watch this thing alone. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. It's a great meeting today. I appreciate for all you that joined us live on Instagram, and on this edition. It's a wrap, but I want you to live with something, that being you is the biggest that you can ever be. You heard what Victor said. He was himself, and he developed himself. He decided, it's not always very easy to become, what can make you a great person. It's not very easy, but you see, the best decision you can make is just to be yourself. Don't try to be like every other Nigerian. Don't try to be like that your brother or your friend. Be yourself. Develop yourself. You don't know what is coming. When opportunity comes, you would have to show yourself. You are not going to show that brother by your side or that sister by your side. You're going to show who you are, and that is what you need to understand. And majorly also, I want to appreciate Rennie. Thank you for coming to Nigeria, and thank you for believing in us. We will not disappoint you. I'm so confident of my brother Victor. The kind of things he says he does, and the way he behaves also makes me confident of that. And I'm praying for you guys. You're going to enjoy your relationship. The Lord will bless you in all ramifications. You will fulfill purpose. Those things as the cries of your heart, the Lord will answer. And the Lord will make the journey smooth for you. Whatever time you have challenges, you will always overcome. Whatever challenges, wherever it's coming from, you will overcome. And also for you that are out there, I want you to know that whatever challenge you're going through, it's going to be over. There is morning, there is noon, and there is night. This may be night for you, but the morning is coming very soon. Your relationship will work. You may have delay in getting married, you may have delay in getting a partner, but you are about to be engaged in Jesus' name.
Amen.
And whatever challenges you're facing from your partner, know this, the Lord will sort everything out. But please don't stay in an abusive marriage. Don't stay there. Don't stay there until you're killed. You understand? Go and watch our episode on domestic violence, the right approach. You will get to know what we're talking about. When there's domestic violence, there's a right approach to it. Please take advantage of it and let yourself, God wants you to be alive more than He wants you to be in that marriage. It's very important, and the Lord will bless you in Jesus' name. Please go online and get my book, Assumption, the Enemy of Sincere Love. Very important. Go and read that book on assumption. And also you can follow us on Instagram at Anvil's World and also at JesusFriendsTV. You can also subscribe to our YouTube page at JesusFriendsTV, just like you heard from Victor. You subscribe on JesusFriends. Then Facebook, just go and follow me on Facebook at Anvil's World. At the Anvil's Church. At the Anvil's Church, that is our Facebook page. Sometimes I used to tell people that you are online, you are watching different kind of videos. Take time to build yourself. Most of the good things I've done to myself, I've been able to achieve in life, I got them online. Don't just go and watch anyhow video. Watch educative videos, and the Lord will bless you, Jesus. It's a great time with you. Maybe, let's say by in the next 1 month, we're coming back to you again. And this time around, we're going to do a review of all our videos. And also, we're going to be talking about all your comments on our YouTube. So please send your comments both on our YouTube and Instagram. And I'm going to respond to all of them next month. God bless you. See you later. Bye.
Bye.
Don't edit. Let's see.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Let's see.
Okay.
You can switch.
Solomon.
January.
Can you switch? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, hi people.
Hi people.
I hope you guys enjoy the section.
Wow,
Sorry,
January's been here.
yeah.
Yes. Any question there?
Solomon. Wow.
Hi. Wow.
Rob is also here.
Rob Calico. Mwah. I'm doing the Kiss Ambassador's duty now. Wow.
Please, if you have any questions,
Hey, you can
Please.
send in your questions.
Yeah.
Send in your
Yes.
question. Sorry we could not interact with you guys. We just want you guys to be present with us. Our big family on YouTube. Wow.
oh,
Covey. Hi, Covey.
Renee should be commended for immersing herself in the culture. She has adapted so
well. Rob Calico and Covey. Wow, Denry. New comment, right? Hi, my favor. Someone said.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, pictures.
Thank you, Solomon. Solomon say your confidence, simplicity,
Solomon,
and
yeah.
sincerity.
You are a game changer to this. Who? You?
It's yeah.
I don't know who is the game changer. I think it's you.
I think it's you.
Thank you. Wow,
Wonderful
interview.
interview.
You answered all questions so effortlessly.
No, I think
I'm so
you
proud of
answered very well. I
No,
love
you.
the questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially
Me
the
too.
part where I don't understand him. I ask him all the time because
But you got the answer now.
yes, but I don't think I will ever completely understand it
Okay.
because his background, his upbringing. But I think there's more to it.
But
because-
you know that plays a lot of role in what one decides to do.
Yeah.
It plays a lot of. If you have a father that is very deceptive, you have a background
That's true.
that
Oh.
it's not palatable to you. You grow
Oh.
up believing that.
Oh.
You take advantage of everybody around.
Oh.
You understand?
So maybe he was able to be allowed to be himself.
Exactly, and there was nothing like pushing him.
Oh, yeah.
Nigeria family has a way of pushing
A
ourselves.
lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Most guys you see doing all those things, some of them are pushed into it by their parents and their family
Yes.
background.
Yeah.
So they tend to want to fulfill those things. You know?
Yes.
So imagine he brings you to the family and they say, that is collect money from him and all those things. And, so you will see him being dubious, being deceptive, playing games, playing pranks and all those things. So those are things that happen in our family. You know? So I think his family background plays a lot of role.
That's true.
And he also has a unique personality.
Yeah.
A unique personality. You know, there are people like that.
It's just like that.
A unique personality. It's difficult to meet them, but when you meet them, you won't understand them because you can't calculate this person and him together. They are just opposite.
Yes.
So I think that's what they have. So,
You see what I see, right? Because I really
I see it a lot.
wonder.
And he's a very simple person.
Yes.
He's so calm.
So calm.
Yeah,
I thought it was Igbo the first time.
Yes,
It was later I got to know Yoruba. And the Wo people,
You didn't tell me your name, Mr.
you are not their fan. I am their fan.
We follow them on social media.
I follow
watch
I
more
follow
of
your
our
videos. I
videos.
follow your live
Yeah.
on YouTube. I'm always there. When I see you live, I join you live.
Yeah. Henry said your hosts are gracious.
With their line of questioning. Yeah, seriously.
A lot of viewers
I know so much more about you both.
Yeah, actually, I think I also get to know more about myself.
Yes. I didn't know you know me that much, and especially about my dreams.
But why did you cry? You
I'm
wanted to make me
emotional
emotional.
person.
I cry when I saw one cry.
I'm very emotional.
All right, Ben, are you set?
I think it's also because of my upbringing.
All right.
I wasn't allowed to express my feelings so well.
Wow.
So whenever I'm triggered to
Hi
express my
guys,
feelings,
thank you for
I
joining me
start-
once again. It's your guy. We're still live.
Yes, I start crying
Oh.
because I'm struggling with my emotions.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one reason why I cry.
Okay. That's it.
Teresa?
Mama.
So which language are you going to teach me? I'm supposed to ask that one. So which language are you going to teach me so I can go with that one? I want to learn one Korean language.
You want to learn Korean
Yeah,
language?
teach me one.
사랑해요.
사랑해요.
Means I love you.
Okay, 사랑해요.
This one will be very useful.
I will not forget this. You see me, I was speaking. I was 사랑해요.
Yes.
Oh, Yabo.
사랑해요.
Also
Yeah,
yabo.
you should call her yabo.
Yabo.
It's like darling.
Okay,
Oh,
yabo.
yabo.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yabo.
That's my wife. Yabo.
Yeah.
Oh, don't forget that one. So that's what we're speaking now.
don't.
When I say yabo, don't let our children get that. So they don't know what we're talking about. When I say yabo. Oh, it's interesting. Thank you, bro.
Thank you so much.
Really,
Thank
you're
you.
wonderful.
Thank you for having us.
Thank
We
you,
really
thank
had so
you,
much
thank you.
fun.
Yeah,
It's our pleasure
I
too.
hope I didn't bother you too much.
No,
Yeah,
it actually even, how do you say it? Discovered more of us.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I think we've
Through
never
this talk.
had this kind of moment while we answer questions not to ourselves but
Yeah.
to
By other people.
by other people. We
Yeah.
usually talk, but I think today we were able to express ourselves in another person's perspective.
Especially by others who love the way we are.
Yeah.
Not just any hosts,
Yeah.
but the hosts that have been watching us know how we are, so it means a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm blushing.
Thank you. Yetunde Oluwaseun.
So we should save the video, Abi.
Yeah.
Right?
Save, yeah.
Yeah. I think we should also get the audio file if you can get it.
Yeah, he's about to transfer it.
Yeah.
He'll transfer it to Victor. Victor.
Oh.
See
Can
Victor.
create short.
Ben. How
Can
far?
create shots. Or we post the full.
We edit the video too.
Oh.
Yeah. The highlights.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Maybe we should just do shorts.
Solomon is not Iyabo, it's Yabo.
Yabo. It's not Yabo.
Yabo. Someone say Yabo. Good.
I'm very good.
Should we say goodbye?
Praise.
Now? And end the video.
Come.
Guys, thank
you so much for
Let them meet one of your
We'll
fans
come
that
back.
came
I
to.
think we should go back
Really?
home and play games.
Let them meet one of your fans that came to check on you at the studio. Oh, yeah, come.
Yes, actually.
Oh, yeah, come
yeah.
and see. Someone came all the way from far away to meet the radio.
Yes. What was your name?
Praise.
Yeah,
Praise.
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 Yeah.
Okay, praise God.
Hallelujah.
So she came all the way and waited the whole time just to be with us. Thank you so much. And you said you love Korean culture.
Yeah.
Yeah, please introduce yourself.
My name is
culture, you
Praise.
like a Korean movie.
No, I love the culture in
Yes.
general. My name is Praise, and I started
Instagram handle.
I don't have an Instagram.
Okay.
handle.
Facebook.
Facebook, just I'm okay Olami.
I'm okay, Olami.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then I basically write for now. Then I'm moving into the uni.
Yes. Please, she's so adorable. She's a very courageous girl that wants to explore herself and maybe one day go to Korea and find Korean husband.
We dash you. We give up to you.
But keep in contact with me, so I make sure you are growing up to be a very gracious woman, and we'll go to Korea and find your man.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you for waiting. We should take a picture. We'll close this live video and yeah.
Ben.
Yesterday,
Let's start with you. Hello, Praise.
White Divine.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful time. Thank
Yeah,
you,
come on.
White
So Yetunde,
Divine.
thank you.
I love you too.
Thank you so much for watching all our episodes. God bless you
On my
too.
Thank you.
We need to leave
Yeah.
to
Just
To wrap up the meeting,
yes.
thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Um,
We'll see you again this night.
oh,
Let's play some games.
yeah, games, right? So we'll be having a games night and also some music night today. So guys, stay tuned. We are going to announce in a few minutes, and we'll come up next. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate. Love you guys. Thanks everyone for staying. Thanks for the beautiful and lovely comments. Thank you so much. Bye everyone. I will say Odabo and Temi. Anya, baby. Say
Thank
bye.
you for waiting.
Baby, say bye. Bye.
bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Ben, shall we talk about time?
안녕.
Akpata Steven, please join us later for the game section. We can talk about more about this live. Thank you so much. Bye.
All right, thank you. Yeah, it's very important. Very important.
End right.